Muscle contraction. The sliding filament theory. By J. Natarajan and Niksch. Signals originating from the brain are sent to muscles, which cause muscle contraction. This signal is carried by neurons. The neuromuscular junction is where the neuron meets the muscle and a signal is passed using neurotransmitters. This region of the muscle is called the sarcoplasmic reticulum. The sarcoplasmic reticulum is an organelle of muscle cells that contains calcium ion pumps. The release of calcium ions through these pumps causes contraction. Myofilaments make up myofibrils of muscle. The two myofilaments are actin and myosin. Actin is a thin filament with binding sites, and myosin is a thick filament that contains the binding head. Actin, the thin filament, rests on top of myosin. Actin resembles a chain of globular proteins with plenty of binding sites where the myosin heads can bond. These yellow dots represent the binding sites. However, these sites are protected by tropomyosin, which is a string-like structure that prevents premature connection with myosin. Troponin is a smaller globular structure that attaches to tropomyosin. It assists in preventing the cross-bridge between myosin and actin. When calcium meets troponin, tropomyosin is lifted. This exposes the binding sites of actin. Then, ADP and P attach to the myosin head, giving it energy to attach to the binding site. The release of ADP and P causes the myosin head to power stroke and move the actin forward. This is a contraction. Now ATP attaches to the myosin head and is released, which causes the cross bridge to break. Rigor mortis is the stage of death where the body stiffens. This is because the body can no longer generate ATP to break the cross bridge, and muscles stay in their contracted state. With time, the muscles will relax as the body starts to decay. Here are the basics of sliding filament theory and rigor mortis. The end.